G'day YouTube, welcome back to another video on my channel. Today I have started my conifer repotting, and this is the first tree I'm planning to do. Now you can probably see, I'll just hold it, it's quite a nice little mini small Shimpaku Juniper. Now I'll try and get in close to show you, I don't know how close that is, but the nice twisty crazy looking trunk. I'm yet to define the deadwood and so on that, but what I really want to do is so this was originally Bjorn and I last year, about a year ago, we restyled this tree. I think the front was in here, had two trunks. We kind of eliminated one of the trunks, and we had to change the angle to where this metal bar is here. So today I didn't want to touch much of the foliage. I'm going to leave it as it is. It's grown really well last year, or throughout the whole year. We had to bend a big branch around using raffia, and that seemed to work really well. The branch is nice and healthy. It's sitting here. Now it's just a matter of cleaning up. However, I hate looking at this tree at this angle and in this pot. It's just, I have to look at it like that, and it doesn't look good. It doesn't suit it. Ultimately I want to repot it into, I've got 3 containers I'm considering. So it's really hard to choose until maybe I see what the roots are like, because I need room for them. I love this pot, and I think this will ultimately be a perfect pot for this tree, but I think it's a little small. I just have to look at the roots and see what they're like. This is a safe pot, I guess, for this tree. Look really good too. Looks quite nice. Suits it, I think. Quite nice. Doesn't have the strong edges, which is good, just slightly curved. And then there's this nice round pot as well. That's not too bad as well. That looks good too. Maybe a little heavy, but yeah, interesting. But I do love this pot, and I wish I could get into that, but I'm not sure. So that's a handmade Tracey Francis pot from Maramunga again. Love the work, so that's ultimately what I want to get it into, but it's going to be pretty tough, I think, but we'll see. Because we almost killed off one of the trunks there, the other one's alive, the roots shouldn't be as I guess full, and there wouldn't be so many because we've tried to eliminate one of the trunks. So I'm going to see what it looks like in the soil, and have a look at the health of the roots. I really want to get into nice mix again. I probably haven't repotted for 3 or 4 years now, so it's probably due. So yeah, the soil looks a bit solid, and the water isn't going in as well, so it's due for a repot. So let's see how we go today. Alright, I have tied the tree in, so let's move those pots so I don't break them. This should just come out pretty easy, this tree. Nice healthy roots. Pot for another tree sometime, so nice and solid root mass and root ball. It looks a little wobbly, so you see how it's a little wobbly? So I just need to really look at the roots. I mean, it's stack of roots there, so no problems there. Even these have been swallowed up, so not really big of a deal. But let's slowly comb out and see what the issue is maybe. So it's nicely falling away as normal, the soil. There's a bit of it's just a little bit of fine bit too much fine particles in there at the moment. What I have found is some of the roots where the trunk parts that have died are a bit rotted, and they're breaking apart in my hand. So maybe that's why certain things are moving a bit funny. Finding some long roots as well, so they must have developed quite vigorously in that pot. So I have to get the mesh out, and that was pretty much so intertwined. This nice open mix. I'm just going to get my hands in there and try and comb these out. The roots look healthy, nothing untoward. So I'm just going to see what I can pull off with my hands. So there you go. It's a bit of a twisty, lots of twisty, long roots in there and quite thick. So that's probably what's happened. So I've really taken off a fair bit without even needing to cut, but nice healthy tree. I do want to try and get these weeds out. So you see the white ones. I'm not sure if you can see in the camera, but try and get the white ones out. So got to remember where the front was. So the front was in there. So it's going to be a nice little tree. Look at that. I think the movement's come about because some of the roots have rotted off from where the trunk was. So ultimately what's going to happen is I'm going to make a nice twisty shari through this, but I need to find which is the live vein and which is the dead vein. So until that happens, I'll let it grow a little bit longer, and then I can actually, the live vein starts to get fatter and more solid and rise above, so you know that that's live, and the dead vein stays well, pretty much dead, doesn't grow, and then you can pretty much carve the dead vein off. So at the moment I can kind of understand that there's a live vein in here. Looks like there's some dead there, but it's hard to know exactly until we decide. So that's going to be the tree, something like that. It can probably fit. I've noticed it probably can fit in this little pot. Probably can. Let's have a look. I need to hold it up and have a look. It looks like in that pot. While it's a little small, it looks really sensational in this pot. That looks really nice there. Oh, I need to have match made in heaven. Let's have a look at the other ones. That's a nice pot too. I think there's nothing wrong with that pot as well. It's really nice too. It's so hard to choose. And then there's this guy. No, probably not. Yeah. I think this suits a taller tree, more longer, like a Literati style. Where I love the lip on this. It emphasizes the strength of this tree. Hope you guys can see that. It looks really nice. And there's this pot, so it's really between these two, which is nice too. This is really nice too. Ultimately, that's where I think the tree should be in. So I just need to look at it myself. Yeah, that looks really nice in that. But you can be doing this so many times until you get it right. And there's nothing wrong with this pot too. This is actually a really nice pot too. Really nice pot too. I think that's the one I'm going to go with. So I just need to get some water on the roots so they don't dry out too much while I do this, because it's been a pretty warm day. So so I'm just going to quickly give them a little rinse in water. So I'll be back in a second. Alright, so I've prepared the pot. I've washed the roots and the soil. Just kept the roots wet while I did this. Put a bit of soil in here. I've wired the pot with some wire so I can get it in. Now it is a bit of a tight fit. I did try it a bit earlier, but it should be alright. Because once I tie it in, it should look good. I've got 2 tie wires into this tree, so I can tie it up. So I might move. So I had a bit of a layer of soil underneath the pot. There's a few roots sticking out, but they should be tucked in, no problem. Just checking the position. The tree comes forward. Good. So I'm just going to tighten the wire. It's tying the tree in. Because I don't want it to move too much after it's repotted. That's better. Sorry. Yeah. So there you go. That's what it kind of looks like. It's a little wobbly in the pot because I can only get one wire to tie it in. But let's see how we go. Now I'm going to put soil in and work it in with the chopstick. So just grab that. Work the soil in with the chopsticks. You can push it in with your fingers. I try and press it in and then use my thumb to work it in. There's a few roots up, sticking up. Try and bury them in. Push with your finger. there's a quick little repot of that tree into a beautiful new little pot there. It's a really good match, I think. Front is in here. It's such a beautiful tree. Just want to make sure it's the right position. Okay. So we're going to play around with it now. Now that it's in there, they'll recover for a couple of months to get it all going. The foliage will get nice and healthy in the spring. And then we'll have a great little tree to look at and style and keep just working on the twigs. I mean the ramification and the foliage, and making nice foliage pads and so on. And then we'll look at the gin later as well, getting that and the shari work. So this tree will look really special. In a year's time, this will be definitely in the show for our club exhibition. I'm sure of it. It's a good little tree there. I'm just going to give it a water in, and then I'll kind of moss it up and show you the final presented product and see what you guys think. So there you go, guys. That's the finished product. The moss, not just is it aesthetically looks nice. It actually helps to keep the tree from drying out, especially with the repotting. So it makes sure the roots are nice and moist and just enough water. Doesn't let it dry out. So that's why the moss acts as two positives in this case. Looks good, but also protects the roots and doesn't let the tree dry out. So there you go, guys. This tree will be slowly tweaked over time, just cutting back, wiring out, and getting it looking right. So now I just leave this alone for the next few months and just let it recover after its repot. Didn't take a huge amount of roots off, just what came out with my hands. The roots will be worked on over time. I didn't want to reduce it too much. You saw there was quite a bit of roots there still. That's why the moss is there, to make sure it lets it grow and healthy. But I think this is going to be a super little tree in the future, especially once we know where the live vein is and we can do the shari work. I reckon it'll look really good. But I love that pot. It really suits the tree. Tracey Francis, another one of your pots. Thank you very much. Looking beautiful. Hope you guys enjoyed that video. As always, if you haven't subscribed, it's free. Just subscribe and press the little bell icon to get notifications of new videos. See you guys next time.